Ladies, hey, congratulations on We Are Lady Parts.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I've watched the series. I laugh so hard. I feel for those characters so much. And I feel like 6 episodes are not enough.
I agree.
I agree too. Yeah.
It's a lot to fit into, like, you know, 25, 30-minute odd episodes. And I think Nida's done a brilliant job of like creating a whole world in like such a short time. But I think when you fall in love with characters, you want to spend more time with them. But yeah, we definitely would love more episodes. Maybe season 2, if there's one, we get to do more episodes. Fingers crossed.
Absolutely. I hope so too. Now, let's start off with the easy question. What initially attracted either of you to this project?
Should I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the initial attraction was Nida. She's I think she's brilliant. I really do. And I think that she's very special and she's a bit genius. And I think all of those qualities come across when you first meet her. And fundamentally, the writing is just very, very good and very, very funny. And she finds a way to like do all the things, like make a world inclusive and diverse, yet do it with a kind of playful, light touch. And I think that is so hard to do. So yeah, the idea that women could do something and be at the forefront of something that was about being funny and silly and joyful, I want it to be a part of that journey.
Sarah?
Yes. And I would say that I got to see the blap that was created. So it was created 2018. So I had the same experience as you as watching this blap, which was so funny. The writing was incredible. It had incredible actresses in it, and she was already in it. And so I got to watch this and I just thought, oh God, I want to be in that. I want to be there. I want to be with these girls. And then it was just luck of the draw that the audition came round for Saira. And I got to put myself forward, and yeah, I just felt so lucky to be a part of it.
What was the audition like? Did they focus on the your acting skills, or they really focus on your music skills first?
It was everything.
It was everything.
It was everything.
Yeah, but with the music, because obviously they needed to know that you had some kind of rhythm, even if you hadn't played the instrument before. So I had an hour with Shez, who is Nida's brother. And he just taught me a few chords on the guitar, and then we kind of filmed it to send over to America to see if they thought I was right for the part. So yeah, it was really nerve-wracking, but brilliant. You just got to let go and just give yourself to it.
Yeah. And there was like, after the individual rounds of like tapes and things like that, there was group auditions, because I think for her, fundamentally, the chemistry of the band and the chemistry of everyone was the most important thing. So there was a lot of that, and the music stuff. And I think she researched us hard. Like she found old YouTube clips of me singing at a Paul Simon tribute night. Because like my character loves folk music, and so do I. So I think she was very thorough in her search.
Now, when viewers actually watch this series, they will realize that both of you do actually play those instruments. You're actually good at it beforehand, right?
Well, we had to be. There was a lot of months of practice. I think I was rehearsing way before scripts were even finalized, and we rehearsed individually first, and then we came together as a group. And would you say, Sarah, like we almost went through it like we were practicing a set list of songs, again and again and again. So we almost like became a band first before we filmed as one.
And that was so good to step into rehearsal and be like, yeah, we know the dynamics of the rehearsal room. Like, we've made mistakes, we've failed, and we actually feel now really confident on our instruments. So by the end, to be able to play at the end and see everyone and be like, we are a band.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was beautiful.
So how much time as a group, as a cast, you ladies actually rehearsed and developed that chemistry? Because I really feel that connection with all of you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
God, I don't know, it was ages. I mean, the music rehearsals, as we said, was at one point I think we were doing it every day for about 2 or 3 weeks.
For a couple of weeks,
And then we had rehearsals, like script rehearsals with the rest of the cast. And that was maybe over a 2-week period, two-week period before filming. So by the time we started, I was like, you know, I already knew all the girls so well. And I think that is why maybe some of the chemistry can come across, because we were already forming WhatsApp groups before we even started filming. So yeah, we were already obsessed with each other before we started, which helps.
Yeah, and because of COVID, because obviously we were kind of in a bubble. So anytime that we weren't filming, it was just like whose trailer you were going to sit in and have a little chat and discuss the scene or discuss life. So we became kind of each other's therapists and friends and fellow actors. And
it was like, it was nice that, you know, because we'd spent, by the time we started filming, it was months into lockdown. So it was so wonderful to like have the opportunity to socialize, and like a real privilege to be able to film and actually hang out together. And I think we really cherished like the social aspect of that and held on to it. Like we were just holding on to each other because we could, because we were in a bubble. So I'm not going to let you go.
Now, I feel like there should be more shows like this, because this culturally was breaking down you know, conventional perceptions. I mean, I briefly dated a Palestinian woman, and she was a little bit more modern, but her parents were very, very conservative. I mean, could you talk about how this will hopefully will change things in the future?
Well, definitely, it's really, really important to show these complex storylines and these women of color, especially. But you do realize how kind of in the media and on TV we are shown certain things, and it creates this kind of image in our minds that we associate with that type of person, or you know, these women or these men. So yeah, it's so important that things like these are made and different voices are heard, that we have beautiful writers like Nida who are drawing from her life experience. And that's what it is. It's not meant to represent any particular, you know, one type of person. It's meant to go, these are the people I know, these are my friends, and so this is my experience that I want you to share with you. And everyone will have their own individual one. So it's about saying, write it. If you don't see it on TV, please bring it, write it, let's hear your voice.
Yeah, exactly what Sarah was saying. I think it's never useful to look at one community and assume that everyone is the same. And I think this show does that brilliantly. Like they're not a monolith. It's you know, diverse, different voices and people within that. And I love that. And I think that no one character, no matter how big or small in the show, is one thing, that they're all flawed in a way, they all have complexities and contradictions. And I just fundamentally, that's what I want to see on screen with any character. So I think particularly it's more important for women of color, because those opportunities to see them on screen is rare.
And we're going to go ahead and assume that your families were very receptive about the show, right?
They loved it.
Yeah, definitely.
They said what you said. They were like, we want more.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Well, let me wrap it up with one more thing, but this is a question specific to Sarah here. Sarah, what do you know about butchering?
So I've been vegan for like 8 years, so nothing. Is that because you could tell?
He was a vegan.
Are you a butcher? And basically, because obviously with the cleaver, I asked on that day, I was like, just tell me how to cut this, you know, how do you do it? And the person in charge was saying, well, you don't use a cleaver to cut it like that. So I made it up. So I apologize to all the butchers that feel misrepresented. I apologize. That wasn't my fault. It was hard, I have to say. It was hard.
I remember you apologizing. I remember that.
I was so sorry.
It was really hard for you as a vegan, but I thought you did a wonderful job.
There was lots of vegans on set as well. It was, yeah, people found those days hard. Yeah.
You know what? If it makes the scenes funnier, I think it works. Well, ladies, congratulations for We Are Lady Parts, and you know, once again, crossing fingers. Second season, and I want to see that second season too.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.